What's up, you Eurovision fools? Mad ESC United. It's your favorite Eurovision channel. We are here. When I say we, it's moi, of course, and my buddy Roy joining me. We're going to do something different today. We put up a poll, as we usually do, and see what country we should react to in the Eurovision Song Contest. And you have decided that Sweden is our next target, victim, project, whatever you want to call it. In case you don't know how this works, we're going to listen to all the songs in the Eurovision Song Contest from that country and share our thoughts and insight. And then you share yours at the very end as well. This will be recap style, so don't think we're going to have a whole lot of time to talk. So bear with us. You excited, Roy? Your thoughts about it?
Yeah, it's going to be a really short time to just give all of our thoughts, especially with two people, but we'll just make the best of it. It'll be
Exactly. Keep in mind, Sweden has been in the contest for a very, very long time. 1958 is when they joined the contest. So almost the beginning, like they missed the first 2 years. And so a lot of the songs, especially Euro, you may not know all of them. So that is the fun part. We're just going to share our first honest, raw reaction, and we'll go from there. I've done it before a few years ago, but I don't remember what I said. I could probably totally contradict myself now. Who knows? Anyway, let's talk about this. Let's play the clip. Let's talk Eurovision. All right. As I said, 1958.
Yeah, it's an early start for them.
It's so 1958, though. Do you know what I mean, the song?
Yeah, definitely.
There had 10 countries taking part back then. I think Ali Babs was pretty famous in Sweden back then. I don't know.
Right.
But it's just a song that sounds so Eurovision to me of the 50s.
Oh, I may prefer this more than the previous one.
Yeah. By the way, did you know that this was 1959? They already had Melodifestivalen back then.
Wow.
So this was actually Melodifestivalen winner.
Damn, I did not know that.
Random knowledge. You know, Sif Malmkvist, she was popular in Germany, actually. My parents listened to it. Like, remember, they had the old records of her, actually. So she sang in German as well.
Wow.
So that's what I know, but that's all I know about it.
I mean, in the early days, it's all like kind of mush talk.
Yeah.
But I really like how they try to go for a little bit of a different vibe in every song so far.
Like whistling. She's whistling.
Yeah,
It's just a deal breaker for me. The Balter from Switzerland did it right, but ever since I'm like whistling. You know, this is pretty upbeat for 1962.
Yeah, definitely true.
It was uncommon then. He's sassy too for the night because next I got the stage. Oh, see her? Oh, I like it.
Wow, last place.
For Sweden, isn't that weird to hear that?
Yeah, especially nowadays. Like,
yes, it happened quite a few times, I think. But yeah, I see why. This is kind of
weird. This is kind of slow.
Even for
nothing wrong with slow, but like you need to stand out in some way.
It takes a little bit for you to be impressed with ballads. I know that.
Yeah.
I love his voice. It's in English.
Yeah. Oh wow, I haven't even noticed that.
Yes, Absent Friend. I kind of like this actually. You need to listen to the whole thing, but it didn't do well. But I think I'm in the minority here. Look at her. Like, she's flirting with the camera. She's really good.
She is selling this song on her own. Like, there could be nothing happening and just her being in the camera, and it would be like decent position.
Second place.
That's high. That's really good.
The song is kind of weird, but I love it. It's all about it.
I love the lyrics.
That's dramatic. I don't remember this one.
Oh.
But I like nerd classes, so I'm okay.
Yeah. No, I don't know. He doesn't really sell it like the previous woman did. Like, it's just there.
And the camera angle was a little weird. Side by me. You know, we're both kind of like this.
Yeah, I liked it. It's fun indeed. But I guess there's not a lot of
Say that again. Very catchy.
Yes.
Tommy, okay, I gotta talk about this one. Tommy Korberg is a musical performer. I love him. Like Chess, it's one of my favorite musicals. He was in the original cast. I'm a big fan of the singer. He returned in 1988 to the concert section.
Yeah.
He's famous.
69 is a very strong year. Tough to
this one looks like very hippie to me. Like in the 70s, 60s music in the 70s.
Yeah.
Like the ABBA of the 60s. Family 4 again, same band.
Oh, wow. So they went twice in a row.
Yeah, I love the outfit.
Yeah, definitely. It looks a lot more...
I remember this one. But you know what I mean. Oh, I got it. I gotta talk about this one. I get so excited. Your breasts are like swallow in nesting. What is that?
Yeah, usually
Okay, stop. This song is known for its really odd lyrics. Really odd. And as I said, your breasts are like swallows in nesting. The heck?
Wow. Yeah, for me, lyrics are usually a deal breaker when I really notice them. Like that's a turn off for me. Yeah.
That's the problem. I hate songs that are just very rhymey for the sake of rhyming. Fly, high, fly, my. And here, that one is just so distracting to me. Anyway, let's move on.
They all have like this swing to them, which is great. And then we got this. Never heard of them.
Hey, come on. This
sounds decent.
I think it changed Eurovision, right? It changed Eurovision. Okay, stop. Sorry, I got to stop again. It's actually not my favorite Eurovision song. My favorite ABBA song. It's probably even further down on my list. I like a lot of their other songs better that they put forward, but I will say there's a reason why this became like such a big hit, because it changed Eurovision for the better, in my opinion.
Definitely. And I think like if you ask people on the streets right now, ABBA would be one of the first acts that they would like feel has a connection with Eurovision. And I think that's like very powerful for the entirety of the contest and made it more popular.
46 years later, that's the crazy part.
Yeah.
Still. Anyway. Ooh.
What a change.
I know, like, it sucks being the act coming after ABBA, especially in hindsight. Now, if you would have known in 1975 about ABBA's success.
Yeah. Like, if this became, like, before ABBA, then it would have probably been very liked, but... Oh, wow, this got buzzed as well.
Last place again.
Yeah.
Look at that.
So they're singing about the
Can you
Beatles, I
imagine
guess.
that happening in this day and age?
No. Not at all.
Sweden actually had a pretty bad run back then. And I think this is exactly what happened. It's going to be bad for years to come. Oh, another catchy song title, Beat It.
Yeah, that doesn't help either. I will say that I really like his pronunciation, and I really like that in foreign language songs when the pronunciation is very out there.
Well, I read it. Det blir alltid bara... Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, this is a fun, quirky little tune. I like this a lot.
Reminds me always of Germany's Satellite. That's the song.
Yeah. But I'm kind of surprised how bad this did.
The microphone makes me know it's just wobbling. Crazy. Can you see that? It's weird seeing Sweden sending rock music.
Yeah.
It's not
usually flops in Melodifestivalen nowadays.
I love 80s rock music. I'm a big fan. This is a little out of
80s is not necessarily my favorite one, but I do like rock music a lot.
I remember this. Oh, I do remember what he look at his outfit. That was big.
Oh my god. I was already like, these gloves are so extra and so unnecessary. And then you pan out the pink purplish outfit.
They didn't have the Barbara Dex Award back then, but
we found our winner.
Probably. This is so 80s, like Eurovision 80s.
Yeah, definitely.
Likeable.
Very like.
I just wish when you have two singers, they need to sing harmonies.
Yeah, it's just the thing that you needed to do.
You know her, right?
Yeah, I do.
Carola.
I like the song a lot, actually. It's just very cute.
She was 16, probably. I mean, she looks 13, but I love every single. Okay, stop. I like every of her efforts. Right? There's something about it. It just this may actually still be my favorite. That's just. Again, I mean, I've listened to it a whole lot in this, because it's very 80s. It's a very specific sound. Wouldn't work maybe if they were to send in 2020, of course, wouldn't work. But there's something so likable about it. And 1983 was a fantastic year in Eurovision for me. And third place was deserved, in my view.
Yeah, this is like, for me, I really like this as well. It's so cute. Like, everything about it just screams cuteness, and you just want to be with her and have fun on the stage, and that's very lovely.
And it's the reason why she became so big.
Yeah.
Yeah, stop. The outfit, though, that's a different story.
Yeah.
When you have a song about three guys singing about wearing their golden shoes, singing "Digga Low, Digga Lay," this should have been last place. Yeah, it won.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say I'm here for it. Okay, stop. Gotta talk about it again. People hate this winner, right? A lot of people don't, but we'll say it's the best vocal performance now, but it kind of breaks the rules that I set for myself when it comes to songs. Digga Low, Digga Lay, Na Na Ni Na Nuna, this kind of stuff I usually hate. Yeah, I can't resist this one. I don't know what it is.
No, but who can resist? Like, I think everybody who hates on it, still in their heart, they kind of really like it, and they will still sway back and forth to it and have a good time while listening to this. I think this is quite a fun winner.
I think it's a guilty pleasure for the lack of a word to me.
Definitely.
I love
the choreography as well. Yeah.
Dun, dun. You know this one?
Yes.
Third place. This is where Sweden really started to figure things out besides ABBA, right? They had ABBA and then nothing.
Yeah.
And now they're having actually reasonable good songs back to back.
Yeah, it's a good streak. Like third, first, third. That's really, really strong. And
good
it's all fun and up tempo, I guess.
Watch the backup singers.
Oh no.
I love it.
It's a yellow outfit as well.
I love this one. This should have won. The best song of 1986.
Oh, I want to see this cool performance.
Okay, this is trying to get what Mediterranean vibe here.
They're just trying things now, I guess.
Not working for me. Did you know that they actually had a song title because it was called Coca-Cola? Was a branding copyright issue. Coca-Cola. That is thing.
Oh. That went down.
He's back. I mentioned him earlier.
Oh wow! I totally would not have noticed that if you didn't say that.
This was my. Okay, stop. I was. I have to stop it. Celine won that year. Celine Dion, she became a big star, and I will say something uncontroversial. She was not my favorite winner. Not even close. She was like maybe my number 4 or 5. This was my winner of 1988. What a voice. A beautiful song. He was sick that night, what I'm hearing, actually, because he butchered some of the higher notes. But I just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah. I mean, if you love a song, you got to show your love for it. And especially if it's underrated. I totally get it. It's not my cup of tea.
Listen to this again. Huh?
It's not my cup of tea, but I can see why you like it.
Oh, I love this one too. Okay, this is where ABBA's 80s were amazing. ABBA. Sweden's 80s were so amazing. Look at the backup singer.
They all have like a wild hair.
They're all so into it. They never really coordinate the outfit.
Wow.
Speaking of not coordinating your outfit,
Exactly. That was. These guys just look like they've been plucked out of the street. Like, okay, tonight you're gonna pick for Eurovision.
this song, okay, they're taking a little break of Carola is back. She wins it. I love the choreography. That's my favorite part.
I think the stage makes this song a better piece of. Like, if it were any other stage from the previous years, I don't think I would have liked this as much as I do now.
Yeah.
It makes it look epic.
She was tied with Chris. That was so weird. Riska
man.
Bjorkman.
Never
It
heard
is
of him.
so weird to see him after that he once performed at Eurovision. Now he owns Melody Festival and co-owns Eurovision, it seems.
Yeah.
It's actually because I think okay, stop. They apparently use his story a little bit of an inspiration for the movie of Eurovision because of him, watching ABBA and wanting to become part of Eurovision. That kind of is like modeled after his story because then what happened to him. And as you know, he represented Sweden in 1992, flopped big time, and then became like the boss of Melody Festival and producer of many different Eurovisions, and now is in charge of the American Vision Song Contest.
So what you're saying is the sequel from the movie will be about owning Melody Festival and then owning Eurovision.
Oh, it's just gonna be this is like a build up to the big. That is true. The song is kind of meh though. I mean, it's okay. It's not as bad, but 22nd.
Arvi Garna. Didn't they return like last year or the year before?
Yes, for Melody Festival.
Yeah.
I had a good voice.
That was kind of a guilty pleasure.
One of the most famous Eurovision songs apparently in Sweden. Like, it's a huge anthem. 7th place.
Roger Pontare. I like that man so much.
1994, kind of like 83. 1994 was my favorite year of the 90s, one of my favorite Eurovision years.
Yeah.
If this song would have taken part any other year, would have done even better, right? But it's so much.
I don't know. I think with Roger, he's such a character, and he can sell any song.
True. I love this one too, Roy. I love Sweet of the 90s as well, including this.
Yeah, this is not my cup of tea. But again, it's a ballad, and yeah, you need some time to get into ballads. Ooh, this sounds really interesting.
Kim heard this one, yeah. You need to listen.
I love what's going on. Oh, I like that a lot.
Stop. Okay, stop.
Yeah.
I wanted you to listen to
amazing.
that one. You like that one, huh?
I loved it.
So, I hated the winner that year, Ireland. I just couldn't stand it. Sweden and Norway should have won that year. One of those two. Sweden, this one has like a little bit of an Anya vibe.
Right,
Anya. And it's just my kind of music. It's just the spirit. It's just, it is so beautiful. This is amazing.
Yeah, there were a lot of elements going on, and I always like when music has like multiple layers and multiple elements going on at the same time, and I was really loving it.
And it's really, I don't know if this would have done as well this year, not because it's like in this day and age, not because it's not contemporary, but this really benefited from like an orchestra, right?
Yeah.
It sounded way more grand and gave the depth and layers that you were
definitely. Yeah.
No, I love that song. Like, even if they didn't put Sweden underneath or the flag, you know that they're from Sweden.
You could have guessed that this was Sweden.
Yeah, they look so Swedish.
The sound, the looks.
I know. Song's alright. But they're into it. They're having fun. You know, this song was written for Lady Diana when she died.
Oh, wow.
It was like
I think I knew that somewhere. Yeah, this was the year I was born, so after this I should know all of them.
Well, this is the funny part. Okay, stop. This is the first year. Gosh, that was the year you were born. That's the first year I watched Eurovision. I remember I was really young, and I was going. I was a teenager, and it was just friends randomly like, "What's Eurovision?" I'm like, "The what?" And I was like, "Oh my god, this is a very special event." Although I don't remember the song when it came on, and later on when I got really into Eurovisions, when I figured out, oh, this is actually really pretty. Back then, it didn't even impact, but yeah, that's my story.
This sounds like a Christmas song to me, and I'm not a fan of Christmas songs. It's not my cup of tea.
Okay, so now that negative Roy is done, okay, stop. I got it right. That year, I watched Eurovision, right? Because I'm like, oh, now I get Eurovision. My top 3 ended in the top 3, Sweden included. To me, one of the most uplifting and fun songs ever. Every time I'm sad, I listen to the song. And I get the Christmas vibe that you're talking about, but to me, it's just unapologetic Swedish Schlager music, pop. Like, they're not trying to cover it up. It makes me happy. I love it. It's just one of the most uplifting songs I've listened to in quite some time. Like, I still listen to it.
Like, it is very uplifting, and the way she's performing it is also very good. It's just not my cup of tea, I guess.
Okay, we're moving on.
Sorry. Like, I went sway. Now, I love this song.
Yeah.
So much.
What is it you like about it?
I know, I don't know, it's so tough to say, but it's just the entire act. It's having like a totally different feel than what Eurovision usually is, especially looking at the years prior.
Okay, stop. And I didn't like that song. So we're balancing it out.
Yeah, we're balancing it out.
Payback. All right, next one.
This reminds me of like a different song that
What?
This reminds me of a song that isn't in Eurovision, but I don't know which.
It's just a very Swedish song. Okay, stop. We didn't talk like this is such a Swedish song that actually just in case you didn't know, they actually had to make a cash payment to some writers because it was plagiarism. So I think they copied like a song from Belgium from 1995 or something like that. So it still did really well at the contest. So just a little side fact here. The song's okay for me, but it's very, very Swedish. But for that, I kind of have an appreciation for it.
Yeah, we're really getting in the early 2000s pop now.
They seem like
disco.
Overly eager high school performance a little bit to me, But I kind of like the song, very disco-y. But they were so over the top.
Bit cringy, but enjoyable.
It is. This is another Swedish sound, but you know why I give him a pass? Because it's okay. Stop. I said okay. Stop. There you go. And I couldn't find the pause button fast enough. They didn't. You know what I like about the song? They didn't try to pretend that they're like this modern contemporary song. They embrace the Swedish schlagery sound, which sometimes they try to disguise it in some of the later songs. We're pop, we're modern, but they're still Schlager. Here, it's just very authentic. And for that, I give them a pass because it's kind of fun.
Yeah. I don't like her vocally, if that makes sense.
It was not a good performance, even though it finished in 5th place. I agree with you.
It's a bit high, I think.
Listen to the studio version in Swedish.
Yeah, I mean, I can totally hear that would be good, but...
Okay, I lived 3.5 hours from Las Vegas. This is not the kind of music that they would listen to.
Definitely not. This is like a European trying to make stereotypes about America.
And Carola is back for a 3rd time. I was called it Eurovision anthem.
Yeah, I think if you let like people listen to this, that they will immediately think this is Eurovision music.
Now, Lordi was my winner that year. I'm not going to deny that. Lordi was my favorite, but 100%. I would vote this as my second because it's just so much fun. Okay. we may have to do another stop here. But I'm going to talk first.
Okay.
This flopped actually at Eurovision. 18th place is a disappointment for Sweden.
Yeah.
But to me, potentially the best song for Sweden of the 2000s. Okay, stop.
Yes,
Don't
we
have
need
time.
to talk about this.
We got to talk about this. It is. I will never understand why people didn't like it better. I love. Yes, it gives a little glam rock feel, but it's just so clever. I thought, and just so fun. It was probably my favorite that year. And it was a strong year to begin with. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I really like it as well. I mean, it is a bit extra how he's working there, and maybe it didn't really work that there was a rock entry winning the previous year, and there were quite a few other rock entries as well in 2007. But yeah, 18th is a bit harsh.
Yeah, 18 was harsh. I'm really upset about that. Well, there were other good songs I liked that year as well. But anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. She returned 9 years later, Charlotte Corelli.
Yeah. She should not have done it necessarily for me. It's a bit like it besmirches her win a bit, I guess.
It's true. And okay, stop. I feel like I don't have much time. It is true, and I didn't like the song back then, but this comes in play where me living Eurovision every year, well, not this year, but you know what I mean, going to the festivals and all that stuff. This is played probably 10 times a night at Euro Club and all the events, and you just grow and learn to have an appreciation for it. It's super popular within the Eurovision fan community, and they won me over eventually. But it was, I wasn't initially. It's
a very pleasant listen, but I wouldn't necessarily look it up for myself.
I get it. What about this one? La Voix. So
yeah, I have different days in which I either really, really like it or really dislike it. And it just depends on my mood, I guess, how I feel towards this song. And I'm not sure if I like her facial expressions all the time either.
Okay, stop. I gotta talk about that one as well. I did. Melodifestivalen already back then had pre-recorded backup vocals. And I'm not sure if you watch Melodifestivalen, but they had this big, like, operatic male and female vocalist. It was grand. It sounded way bigger. Here, with the only having 5 backup singers and all female, it just didn't have the oomph like the Melodifestivalen version, and it lost so much of the magic.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That is, it feels a bit empty at times.
Yes, the whole backup should have been louder and more grand, and that just didn't happen. 2010. Anna Bergendahl. This is my life. The only time Sweden did not qualify from the semis.
Yeah, it's a bit sad that it's with this song, although I do get it because it doesn't necessarily jump out as much compared to other entries from Sweden. But come on, it's not that bad.
Okay, stop. I will say that I didn't care for it. I was not in my top 10 in that semi, actually. And this, I can't say that because Anna Bergendahl this year, Melodifestivalen, was my number 1 with The Kingdom Come, so I love her. Just this song, I could not embrace. It was just so dull. I just couldn't. Okay, so this is what I was talking about, Roy. This is what I was talking about. They're saying they're sending Schlager music, but making it sound like, look, we're pop. It is so Swedish Schlager.
Yeah, definitely.
That's why
it's like they try to be hip and modern, but still trying to be hipster at the same time.
Now, everyone knew that this was going to win in 2012, right? It was probably the most predictable winner, but to me, for a reason. I mean, it's one of a kind, and there is the reason this is still now considered one of the, if not the most favorite Eurovision entry of all time. And even though it wasn't my personal number 1, I totally get it. Okay, stop. I didn't have time to talk about this one. Everyone in my family, we watched it together. I didn't go to Eurovision that year. They're all like, well, this is going to win. Everyone knew it. And I'm like, I've watched it so many times, so I was too biased, but they all knew it. So it was such a clear winner.
Yeah, and it is such a pop anthem for in 2012. And like you said, you knew it would win beforehand, but afterwards as well, a lot of people remember this song, and I think this is another one of the bigger highlights from Eurovision, and Loreen performed it really well. And I guess I've listened to it a bit too much, so it's not necessarily my winner, but it's a lovely, lovely song, and I'm really glad that that went into the contest and made it even bigger, maybe.
Yeah, probably. Certainly was rejuvenated after this one. It's always a good thing. On the other hand, this one, not. I can't deal with the you. It's grating to my ears.
Exactly the same.
Yeah.
It just feels like a bit of a voice crack, and like it's so unnecessary. You could have just made it a long note, and then it would have been a lot better, in my opinion.
Yeah. Sounds more like a vocal warm-up to me. And don't say anything about my Queen Sana. Go ahead. Now you may talk.
No, it works a bit better in this one. Like she also like skips in the but it's a bit more epic and a bit more grand, and she really performed it super well.
It gives it a little bit. Okay, stop. It gives it a little bit more maybe of a yodel sound when she does it. Like she's yodeling a little. But I agree with you. It was not as stretched out. It worked, and this was just a way better song. I love it. I love it. I just wanted to add that. 2015, another winner.
Yeah, and apparently, like, a lot of people find this a controversial winner because it's, like, just a pop song, and there were a lot of artsy songs in the same year that didn't do as well. But, yeah, you just can't deny that this is a great song. It's an amazing staging. Especially the staging is 100% solid.
Well, to me, and I hear, like, okay, stop. I always say this because I don't think it's a controversial winner to me in that sense, because some people are saying because it was the first time, I think, that the televote favorite didn't win. Because it only finished third with the televoters.
Yeah.
And third with the televoters. And then, the jury's dragged up. That wasn't an issue to me. For me, it was also just a song. And I said, I think the last time I reviewed it, style over substance to me. Visually fun, appealing. The chorus rubs me the wrong way, very repetitive. So I don't think it's an amazing song. It just was visually a feast.
Oh, 100%. They really... It's another one of those moments when you realize that Eurovision is not just a singing competition or a song competition. It is visual as well, and you need to win over the audience with your full performance and not just your song.
Exactly. In this case, it worked. It worked. If I Were Sorry.
Yeah, Matt, tell me about it. I feel like you don't
like... It's a song that you either get or you don't. This place is too high for me. I appreciate a little bit more effort into vocals, and that's what I'm missing here. But also a specific style. Okay, stop.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm struggling with.
Yeah, no, I think this is a very good host entry. I think usually the host entries that are a bit better in my book are a bit more safe and a bit more inoffensive, because realistically, it's very tough to win twice in a row, especially in modern day Eurovision when everybody is bringing their A game. And so I think it just fit in lovely into the contest. And fifth place is a bit high maybe, but it's a lovely little song, and I don't mind it at all.
Okay. Robin Bengtsson.
Yeah, I mean, this performance as well is so slick and so well thought out. And the song is fine. It's not the best masterpiece in the world, but
it's like he had 3 songs at Melody Festival, and this was my least favorite, actually. So it's too plastic to me as well, but did well. Speaking of, never cared for this one at all. It feels too forced. It's like, look, I'm Justin Timberlake, but I'm barely singing. It's just really too plastic. Yeah,
I get what you're saying. It is a very slick song, again, from Sweden, which they're good at, but it lacks emotion, and it lacks a way to really attach to the song and to be like, okay, this is my song. I would fight for this to give it my points and my televote scores. So I totally get why I didn't do very well with the televoting.
Yeah. All right, 2019, we're almost done.
Yeah. The face when he didn't win in the end. But yeah, this is another one of those epic anthems that you just gotta move to.
His facial expression will always remember. That's became a meme. And
yeah, definitely.
Yes. The interesting part about this song is that I'm not sure if you listen to the studio version, it falls flat to me. It is auto-tune, and it doesn't have the power. It's the Mamas with John. They have great charisma, great vocals. It really brings it to live. And I can only listen to it live. The studio version, I just skip ahead because it's almost like a different song to me. But live, I'm into it.
If you strip away the Mamas, it's kind of what UK sent as well. Like they sound very similar if you look at it chord progression wise and even the register. But adding the mamas to this product made it so much more better and so much more alive. And I guess John Lundvik performed it a lot better as well. But
yes, he's a very charismatic performer. He's a great singer too. So
very.
No doubt about it. So I have a definitely I love the performance.
Yeah.
Okay. The Mamas.
Yes.
They just elevated the 2019 song to the new highs, and then they would have gone to Eurovision. I didn't want to talk about that part, but I love the song. I love their energy, and I love that style of music. And we never know where it would end up at Eurovision. Would have ended up at Eurovision, but I feel comfortable saying that it would have been at least in the top 10.
I mean, it would have definitely done well in the contest, and I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of it because it is kind of having the same sort of song 2 years in a row. I get that now it is for the mamas in the spotlight and not John, but it's just a bit too soon for me. If they waited one more year, I think I may have put it a bit higher in my rankings, but it's still a good song. So that was our reaction to all of the Swedish entries from 1958 all the way up to 2020. That unfortunately never happened, but oh well, we're not going to talk about it too long. I hope you enjoyed this new kind of thing. We tried out something new. Let us know in the comments. Also, let us know what your favorite entries are from Sweden. And we will be back very soon with more content. So make sure to like the video, subscribe, and share it with as many people as possible. But from us for today, goodbye.
Goodbye now.